I would think that you would want this.
Want it? Why would I want it? You're stirring the pot the wrong way, Logan. Hell no, I don't want it.
No, Ridge, it's your mother who's stirring the pot the wrong way. She forged a letter and she gave it to us. We never would have spent that week together, but we are convinced that Eric was falling back in love with Stephanie. And we believe that because of the letter written in Eric's handwriting and sent from his hotel in Europe. I mean, why should we not believe that, right? So we did. But it turned out to be a big lie. One of Stephanie's best.
Tell me this, what do you expect to accomplish by telling Dad all this?
Ridge, Eric has a lot of anger towards us. He cannot fathom how we could go off and have an affair while he was in Europe. It's utterly beyond him. His son, his wife, how could they do this to him? Well, he should know why we did it, Ridge. It's because of that damn letter.
Where would we be right now if Mother hadn't written that letter?
We'd be right where we are now. Ridge, our love is too strong to deny forever. Sooner or later, everyone, including your father, is going to realize that my place is with you. Don't you see? Stephanie was not being helpful. She brought hatred and bitterness, betrayal, into this situation that could have been resolved so much more peacefully.
Maybe. Maybe not. But I'm willing to take the heat from Dad if it means that Mother and Dad might get together someday.
I don't think they will, Rich.
Well, Logan, they certainly won't if you tell Dad that she had a handwriting expert create a letter designed to make us believe he was in love with her. No, I do not want you telling Dad about any of this. And I mean that.
Dearest Stephanie, I just arrived in Milan. The long flight here has given me the time I've sorely needed to think about my life, my family, and my future. I've been experiencing a great deal of turmoil these past weeks, for the most part because of you. These past months, Stephanie, I've gotten to know you as I never have. You're a whole new person. Sensitivity, vulnerability, traits that you once were reluctant to show before, now they're very much a part of you. It's so very appealing. The mother of my children is suddenly a whole different woman. And what an exciting thing to see. Brooke has brought a youth and vitality to my life that has been missing for so long. She has given me youth, energy, and a new child. On our wedding day, I loved Brooke more than I thought it was capable to love another person, but now I've come to realize that reaching out to her was a substitution for what I felt was the failure of our relationship and our marriage. And while I'm flattered to have such a young and beautiful wife, I'm not as comfortable being part of her generation as I am with our generation. I'm writing you this in the strictest confidence, as I have said nothing of my feelings to anyone. But soon after I return, this situation will be resolved. When it is, I hope and trust you will be there for me, as I will need you more than ever. Love, Eric. Biggest mistake of my life.
Bad news?
There are few things more difficult than publishing a magazine. The competition is lethal, the market share limited, and the starting costs prohibitive. It's not an easy business to go into. Caroline Forrester is your classic exception to the rule. A year ago, she published the maiden issue of what today is one of the top 5 in its category. I'm speaking of Eye on Fashion, of course. And we're pleased to have Caroline with us today. A new bride, a businesswoman, daughter of publishing magnate William Spencer, wife of Ridge Forrester, one of the leading designers in the country. Mrs. Forrester, I have to ask it. How in the world do you balance it all?
Yes, Trish. That's right. No, just keep him there. I'll be in shortly. Okay. They need me at work. Where are you off to?
Just have to run some errands.
Nothing to Dad about that letter.
You already said that.
I just want to make sure you heard me.
I heard you, Ridge.
We fought enough battles in this family. We don't need any more.
I'm just trying to eliminate one that exists between you and your father.
But at the expense of his relationship with Mother? No, thank you.
Ridge, wait. Ridge, listen
Look,
to
I don't
me.
want to talk about this anymore. Case closed. Nothing to Dad about that letter, period.
Nothing to Eric about that letter. But that doesn't mean...
A bad news? No, it's just an old letter. This is very unexpected, but a very pleasant surprise.
Well, I had a meeting at the bank, and I was over here. I just have a few minutes. I wanted to apologize for this morning.
Apologize?
Mm-hmm. Subjecting you to all that business about Ridge and Brooke.
You don't have to apologize about that.
Yes, I do. Sometimes I forget how insensitive it is for me to drag you through my personal problem.
Well, you're not dragging me through this, and why do you feel that it's insensitive?
Because it is.
Why?
It just isn't fair of me to express all these feelings about Brooke to you.
Is it because I'm in love with you and it will hurt my feelings? Is that it? Eric, please don't treat me as though I'm going to break if you bump into me. I'm a very strong woman. I'm a very vulnerable woman, and I am in love with you. But I want your happiness more than anything in the world. If it's with Brooke or someone else, then so be it. We go back too far for me to want anything less than that for you.
Thank you, Stephanie. That I needed.
The problem is you're spending too much time alone.
I am surrounded by people all day long.
That's not what I'm talking about. It's after work. I mean, the club is lovely, but isn't it rather lonely over there?
Oh, it's better than a hotel.
No. This is better than a hotel. There's a beautiful suite of rooms upstairs. It's not being used, and you can have all the privacy in the world that you want.
You're suggesting that I move in here?
Well, yes, I think it'd certainly be a lot more comfortable than the club.
Well, of course it would. Roommates now.
Well, I suppose that's one way of putting it. I mean, I'll go my way, you go your way. Occasionally we'll bump into one another and have a drink or something. Think it over.
All right. I will. Look, I have to go.
Have a good day.
And do you talk about your work at night?
With Ridge? Well, we talk like any married couple does.
But aren't you in a position as editor of a popular fashion magazine to help him?
Me help Ridge.
Well, he is a designer.
Mr. Kessler, Rich Forrester would be insulted if I even tried to help him. In fact, I think I'm probably harder on his work than I am on any other designer.
Well, how does he feel about that?
It makes for a lively dinner conversation.
Yes.
Honey, wait till you
I'll
see what I
bet.
bought.
Now, let's talk about your wedding. We hear...
What are you watching in here?
Maria tells me I just missed Eric.
I don't believe that Maria invited you into this house.
She didn't. I invited myself in.
Ah, well, what is it?
Eric was here?
Yes, he was.
So how are you two getting along?
Well, I'm not going to waste my time discussing that with you.
Do you think you're getting closer to winning him back?
You must be here for a very particular reason, and I don't imagine it's to discuss my private life.
You know something, Stephanie? You've done a very commendable job lining up all your players. Eric, Ridge, me. Your strategy really does seem to be paying off. You've alienated Eric from just about everybody. So naturally, he has to turn to you for support, which he has.
Get to the point, please.
There's one thing, Stephanie. One thing standing between getting you and Eric back together again. You want to know what that one thing is?
Oh, enlighten me, yes.
It's the truth. The truth is coming back to haunt you. Irony of ironies, isn't it?
What particular truth is it that you're referring to?
The letter that you wrote. The lie that you created on paper using Eric's handwriting. The start of all this trouble, Stephanie, is going to come crashing down on top of you.
Oh, it is?
Yes, it is. Because you're going to tell Eric. You're going to tell him what you did and why you did it. You're going to tell Eric that you wrote that letter, Stephanie. Because if you don't, I will.
I have something to show you. What do you think of this?
Oh, that is a beautiful scarf.
Do you like it?
Yes, it's great. You look like Isadora Duncan.
That's exactly why I bought it, Blake. Do you know that she's one of my favorite celebrities? I must have read her biography about 5 or 6 times.
You identify with dancers?
That's exactly where you're taking me tonight. Dancing.
Am I?
After you show me every inch of this fabulous city. You know, a girl could do a lot of damage shopping in this town if she put her mind to it.
Oh, yes, you could. You sure are a bundle of energy.
Am I ever? So what are you watching down here?
A tape.
Of what?
Your sister being interviewed.
Where'd you get that?
I searched around for it. It's a matter of public record. Most television interviews are.
I've never seen her.
Yeah, I know. That's why I got it.
Would you show it to me, Blake?
Sure.
let's talk about your wedding. We hear so many stories.
I'm sure they're all true.
Well, George Castle of Society Syndications calls it the 1990s version of Camelot. Now, how do you see it?
As the most wonderful day of my life. I don't think I remember my wedding any different than any other woman does hers.
Well, Ridge Forrester was a bachelor of legendary proportions before you captured him.
Captured him, is that what I did?
Well, he certainly was the most sought-after bachelor in Beverly Hills.
Well, I think a lot of that's gossip.
He wasn't sought after?
He had a few admirers, I suppose.
I suppose. Now, how did you and Ridge Forrester meet?
In an airplane.
An airplane?
Well, I was coming back from college, and he was coming back from a benefit he'd been to in Chicago. When I saw him, I just couldn't take my eyes off of him. I think I fell in love with him right then and there.
Who said the first
Turn it
words?
off, Blake.
Why? What is
Please just turn it off.
What did he say?
He said, why don't you take a picture?
Why would he say that?
She looks just like me. She feels just like me. Caroline, you've been with me my whole life.
Is this your idea of punishing me?
This is not a punishment.
You finally have discovered a way to hurt me. Revenge is very sweet, isn't it?
Stephanie, Eric is in pain. And you know why he's in pain? Because Ridge and I went away and had an affair when he was in Europe. He trusted us, Stephanie, and we betrayed him. But we never would have done that if you hadn't paved the way with this dirty, horrible, lying piece of filth you forged in Eric's handwriting. Stephanie, you caused Eric's pain. And you're going to have to relieve it by telling him the truth.
Well, then why don't you just go ahead and tell him?
I will if you don't.
I can't believe you're saying this. It would give you such pleasure to tell him yourself.
Well, maybe I'm just feeling a little generous, giving you a chance to bail yourself out.
Or is it that Ridge forbade you to do it? That's it, isn't it? You wouldn't dare defy Ridge, would you?
I wouldn't bet a future with Eric on that.
I would, because Ridge will drop you in a minute if you poison his father's relationship with me.
No, Stephanie, that's not going to work this time. Eric deserves to know the truth, regardless of what you want and regardless of what Ridge wants. He deserves to know the truth, Stephanie. Otherwise, he's never going to accept Ridge as his son. I would think that you would want that.
Of course I want that. But the truth is, Eric is never going to see Ridge the same way ever again, and it hasn't a thing to do with the letter.
Oh, yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. Are you prepared to stand there and tell me that you and Ridge never made love before that letter? In all of the weeks and months before that letter, you never made love once? You want the truth? Let's tell Eric the truth, only let's just tell all of it.
Stephanie, you tell him about that letter or I do. And that's final. Goodbye, Stephanie.
Well, I might just tell him. I might just show him, too.